Hey guys, Suluwu here. I am joined by two wonderful fellas. Challenged, our new attacker. Say hi,
Hello, I am
Casey.
challenged
Wha-
boy.
what a nice boy. What a nice boy. Yeah, you can find him at Twitter handle that's gonna be on the screen. And Donovan, my homie. Don, say hello.
Yo, what's up, fellas?
Yep. You can find him at Don OW. Yes,
On Twitch.
that's that easy. Yeah. It'll also be his socials will be in like the bottom and on the screen. All right, guys. Here's a little meta snapshot of what we have. Let's give a little overview. S tier is what, boys?
So, okay, S tier, they're the best of the best, right? They're the characters
Hmm.
like you play like to, above average level and just it's to win. Um, for me, there's Hoopers up there obviously just because the teleportation is unreal. You've got like Blissy's survivability at the moment, and like the ability to enable other people is really good. You've got Gren up there just because the amount of damage and like just sheer burst he has and dive is
Mm.
really impactful at this point in time. Luca has always had that really strong early game, which sets your team up really well. Basically gives you first red, and at the moment people are running this new pop build with X attack, and that's crazy. And it's like half hitting Zapdos basically, and then there's Blastoise who has an unruly amount of damage and survivability. Yeah.
Got the engage as well, and it can be flexed like so many places. You know, you top lane, jungle, attacker. Anyway, challenge. Would you like to take us away with some tier takes on A?
Yeah, so the A tier is mostly just made of stuff that is not the best, but it still can make a really big impact in games. So with the recent tree buffs, it's seen a lot more play, and its survivability is just absurd. And you
Yeah,
can
tree's
chain
crazy.
CC people forever with it.
Infinite lives. Like Greedent is just the most annoying creature on planet Earth.
Yeah,
Sylveon with the Blastoise and the Luca flip tech, it's just crazy. What about A9? That's an attacker as well.
yeah.
Like, tell us.
A9 is
Our
still
attacker player.
feeling pretty solid, even though you're not getting as much healing from the Aurora Veil. It's still damage reduction and just the auto attacking slowing down everyone. It still seems to do
100%.
pretty well.
Mm-mm. Venu, just the staple attacker, right?
Yeah. As long as you can get Venu off the ground in the early game, it will do pretty good work at the end.
That's
And the bonus
100% true.
survivability is quite nice without buddies being as popular right now.
Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, and then you got the Blissey in like in every game, right? So you
Yes.
got a lot of options to save you. You got Gengar, I guess, like for me, it's just super bursty, super high skill, a lot of options to do. And then Serena, just all around very flexible. You can play it top, you can play it probably jungle as well. Has a lot of burst and can be very dangerous if left alone. Alright, I'll take the rest. B tier is basically when you think of like they're good, but not like it's not as good as A. It's a little bit lower, and it's not like oh we're getting the game off at an even splitting or like I need to whatever. It's more of like yeah okay like it's a bit better than average, but not insane. And most of the characters, so I'll note about some significant ones. Aegis Slash is more of like a really bruiser type Pokemon that can go in and out, and then maybe another good significant one would be to talk about is the Cramorant with the new buffs. It's not useless anymore, but it's still really squishy and can really be hurt. Yeah, C tier is just your standard baseline Pokemon. I'd say like if they're picking S tier and you're picking C tier, you're not gonna have a fun time. Like it's broken versus like it's balanced to play. Like these characters feel okay. They don't feel ruined. Like Azumarill probably could jump up a tier, but it depends. It's very skill oriented. And yeah, D tier, borderline unplayable or have very very niche
Pick them
situations.
and lose.
Yeah, I mean like unless you're like a super master. I mean I think there's merit for Crustle and Mime. They both wall. They both can do very interesting things, but it's just not super good right now. Like especially in a normal solo setting or even in a team setting, you have to really plan around it. Okay, we'll go into a more in-depth analysis now. Hoopy, what do you think of Hoopy boys? Don, you want to take us away?
Okay, so Hooper.
10 seconds. 10
Oh,
seconds.
10 seconds.
Yeah.
Portal people back, get healed to full. Come back into the fight with speed boost. Ult it makes you good and also teleports people from around the map. So even if they're farming at Zap, they can still be there.
Broken as hell. TLDR. Okay, the Blissey. I'll talk about Blissey. Blissey, you have so many shields, so much CC reduction, healing, whatever you want, dude. You got the Egg Bomb, huge damage nuke. Ultimate is the most broken ability in the game. Just basically, and it's super secure early game. Ninja, it's just your staple damage dealer, has huge dive potential. Resets, like literally everything you want in a scaling attacker. Luca, the flip boy, and then maybe challenge you take us with the Blastoise.
Yeah, Blastoise, great CC immunity during spin, insane damage, and slowing enemies down as well. The ult, popping everyone up, it's way too strong right now, to be honest.
100%. Yeah, that's just right, exactly it. You know, enables flips, so much damage, unkillable, really broken character. Energy amp and the stacking glasses I've seen is like, dude, it's actually legal. Maybe we might take a little bit more time with the harder picks, like the A tier. So you were saying about the tree, it's like so much healing from what is it called? Curse and Horn Leech.
And it's
Just the
passive
reset
as well.
abilities. Yeah, oh my god, it's actually disgusting. Really think it's super strong right now. But you know, you need to pair it right, guys? Like, I don't think you can just pick tree and just expect the game to be okay. If you have no
Yeah.
damage, you're never gonna kill anyone.
And its early game is a bit stronger, but it's still, you can still punish it early, I think.
It holds pretty well on its own though, to be fair. Solid
Yeah.
top. Whatever.
It is, yeah. It's a yeah, it can do well solo top, but yeah, once again, it does also fall a bit late game. Like, you know, you can get the axe cutters in the game. There's a Cinderace, there's a Ninja, even Sylveon, even Venusaur. They do well at dispatching this guy. Greedent, what do we think, lads?
It's the nerfs didn't do a huge amount. It's still like about where it is. Obviously,
yeah.
the not being able to be in score comp is not great, but
Yeah, that was
still-
probably the biggest nerf.
it can
But
still
yeah, you know.
harass people so much, especially in the back line.
You still get the runaround. Yeah, the runaround is just so crazy. And then, like, if you're a squishy character who can't use abilities to get away quickly, or even if you are like needed in a fight and you get poked by Greedent, it's really terrible. Like, he can run around just infinitely and just chase you down and make your life miserable. Sylveon. Well, what do you guys have to say on Sylveon?
Sylveon, like, you know, when it first came out, it was busted, right? A level 4 character is really good. Basically,
Level
it
4 broken.
turns on
TLDR,
early.
level 4 broken.
Yeah.
You heard that here, boys.
Yeah, basically, like, you know, if you get level 4 by first Bs, you pretty much secure them all and you're all good. And there's also like the split jungle tech you can do with it. I don't know.
Yep, that's so crazy.
very
Like, if
flexible.
that was every game, it might even be ass, because it's just
Little
actually
late
just
ulti as well.
yeah. There's a lot of good things. Its ulti's got a really long cooldown. I would say that is one of like the main detractors from the character. Like, it's actually so long. It's like 150, 160 seconds.
Far out.
Yeah, it's actually longer than Greninja's. It used to be a shorter, but yeah. Level 4 character, super good in lane. Super good if you get to just hit one target with the hyper voice. Mystic Fire is kind of mid. Probably be much worse. A9, where would you put it? Challenge, take this one away. This is your mon, man.
Yeah, the A9 and A I think is reasonably appropriate. It pairs well with Blissey, who you kind of
That's huge,
have
yeah.
to run just to avoid CC.
No, yeah.
And
It's just
it
super
can
broken with that.
Yeah, it can output a fair bit of damage pretty consistently, along with the CC it brings to the table. And early game, it doesn't struggle too much at all, which is always nice. It gets off the ground pretty quickly.
Yeah, no, you're right into playing. Like, level 4 evolution again, like we mentioned with Sylveon. Just lane phase gets nice and good. You secure minions, scale well, do lots of damage, have some kiting ability with the Aura Veil jump buff that happened a while ago. You're a really good Pokemon, and you know you can iframe like so much CC with the ultimate as well. It's actually crazy. Venusaur, this is yours as well, challenged.
Yeah.
Tell us about the attackers.
The Venu, it doesn't seem as great right now, but it can still have a fair bit of survivability sticking around in team fights. And
Yeah,
if
level
you-
15 Venu, dude, is oh my, that's something else.
If you can keep it alive, it will do damage and just won't die. Just needs to have the right support around it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, look, if you had the right team around Venu, it's actually unkillable. Like, the Gengar. Don, you've seen my Gengar a lot. What do you think?
Dude, even I pull out the Gengar on solo queue, man. It's like, it's an all or nothing character, bro. For real. It's either you kill everyone or you get left high and
You're
dry, and
doo-doo.
you're
Yeah,
gone.
you're legit
Um,
doo-doo.
yeah, so it I think it's rightfully deserves A. Like if it's probably if played perfectly, it's S. But yeah, it's like
It's so
almost
hard
it's
to
near
execute,
impossible
right?
to. Yeah.
Like that, it's a character that exactly as you said. It's like when you're doing well, it's you can really just shut out a game. And when you kill just one person, you get that Dream Eater back, and oh my goodness, it's like a nightmare. It's like Dream Eater 1, bang, 1 hit. Dream Eater 2, 2 hit. Dream Eater 3, like and then they just fall like tomatoes. So Gengar has like a lot of credibility there, but needs a really high skill cap to match it. Serena, what do you think overall, lads?
Very similar to Gengar in that the the skill cap impacts it a lot.
Mm.
But it's
Any
yeah,
yomes?
it's easier to be consistent with than Gengar for
Mm.
sure. I think it's like I don't know, it's turns on like it stays better like later on than Lucario does. So it's like a little worse, and then you reach level 6, then you're better than Lucario, and then through to level 12, you remain like better than Luca.
No, yeah, exactly. I think, yeah, exactly. Like, you get better spikes as well. Because your early evolution, sometimes you can actually just abuse some of the weaker laners that would go top, but of course, nothing beats Lucario. What do we think of the Aegis Slash as well? That's B tier. We'll talk about some of the B tiers, but yeah. AG? Any AG fans?
Oh man, Edge sucks. I hate him, but God does God's work on the thing.
Yeah, I think this is like it's like Gengar with like the extreme high skill cap. Like it's the same sort of difficulty, but now you don't have resets, and you're a bit tankier in exchange, and you have your CC form is like very easily dodgeable. Like your damage isn't like targeted. It's like it will go on the lowest health person. So if it's a 1v1, you're doing good. But like if there's 5 people there, you're not like targeting and jumping to each person. It's you can't like thread the needle and like go to this guy and that guy and zoom 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 and then wipe their whole team. It's like I go onto this guy and then I'm onto the tank and stuck on the tank and I'm please get me out of the tank and the tank just stuck me and now I'm hit with CC and I'm dead. Like I think very high execution range.
And
Any
the
Eldegoss fans?
CC
Oh
from,
yeah.
yeah, the CC from Sacred Sword and White Guard, just alternating them is so strong. And you can pick
No,
whether
yeah. If you
want
get
to
on top
heal
of
up.
those guys, it's so yeah, and you can stack them as well for the stacks, which are really with the stacked passive, really good. But yeah, they just got that big issue where you are very squishy in sword form and you can be caught like very easily, but just one wrong button press. So yeah, B tier. Eldegoss. Any Eldegoss fans?
Yeah, I'm an Eldegoss guy against my own will at the beginning. Goss used to be like the pinnacle of this game, right? It's just like you pick and then you pick it. You like get your OP cooldown at level 6. You hit it on a couple people at once and you just win the game. But yeah, it's fallen off now. You get significantly less shields, less heals. Leaf Tornado seems to be less like with the blind seems to be less impactful nowadays as well because everything's kind of like ability based anyway. And I don't know, it just doesn't have any impact like when you compare it to the other support that is good right now, which is Hooper.
That's a really good analysis. That's a super analysis actually, because if you look at our S tier, who of them are auto attacking you other than Ninja, and Ninja uses Surf to deal his damage too.
Yeah.
Who? None of them. And then you look at A tier. Do you have any primary autoers?
Maybe
No.
A9, but that's.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
A9, but like, exactly. Like, you're not having characters who are stuck on you just smacking you with auto attacks until B tier. So, Eldegoss's value definitely decrease. So that's a really good take, Don. That's
based
pro.
opinion.
Okay.
I told you I was smart.
Okay. Machamp. Any Machamp enjoyers here? Do we like some Machamp? I personally hate it.
First time hitting Master, let's just lock it in Season 1, bro.
I think this is a huge RNG Pokemon. If you're running the crit build and you're praying every single time you attack someone, it's either you hit them and they get crit and die, or you will die soon after because RNG gods are not with you. I mean, he's got a huge ultimate, and late game he's inevitable, right? But like, I think to get to that point, it's a very exhausting process, and the fact that you're level 7 is very mid comparatively to a Serena whose level 6 is huge. Lucario, level 7 is insane. Like 17 bone rushes. even Blastoise gets both of his abilities by then and can do his main combo. Trevenant is already fully evolved at 5. Greedent has both of its abilities as well. Like you're just waiting for Machamp. Like it's very big hindrance. So it's a B tier. Talonflame, sad.
Yeah, it
Character
dropped
got
off a
gutted.
lot.
Yeah, Body Barrier nerf, ruined. Score Shield nerf, ruined. AoE range on Brave Bird, ruined. Ultimate reduction, not really like a big nerf, but yeah, it all over. It's a big hit. This character was like a undeniable S tier if you could pick it.
And without as many buddies being run, you tend to see tankier mons being used.
That's
That
actually a
does
really
not
good take
favor
too.
talent at all.
Yeah, exactly. Look, who's Talon killing out of this roster other than Greninja and A9? And even A9 is living for Talon. Like, the characters that Talon thrives on, they're not being played so much anymore. So, it's kind of hard for Talon to eat his food. Anyway, Cinderace. The staple of the jungle. How you have fallen. Is this worse Greninja?
Yeah,
You have no
pretty much.
mobility. Like, your mobility is okay, but it doesn't help. Your health bar sucks. Your ultimate sucks. You just suck. But like
Yeah.
also, like if you get like a Blissey supporting you and Eldegoss supporting you and the other team doesn't want to play around you correctly, you're like God. But yeah, I just think the ultimate is so bad in comparison to all of these other characters' ultimates really. Like you can be cancelled like a million times. You have so little impact. The steroid sucks. The damage in the ultimate is a good execute, but apart from that, it does nothing. Like, why wouldn't you just pick Ninja? So poor day for Rabbit fans. Cramorant, a huge buff, is playable. We played against it, Don, in the AS Cup finals. What's your thoughts?
I've always thought Dive was strong, bro. It's fun. Like I don't know. I just remember getting rickrolled by it a few times. I don't know. It's kind of
It's
just
definitely playable, yeah.
really strong level 4. Ulti kind of just bad. I don't know. It's like it's decent, yeah. It's
That's
yeah,
a pretty good take.
It's better than it's better than average. That's why it's in B, right? Like it'll
Exactly,
do
yeah.
the
It's
job.
not-
It won't do it great, but it'll do it well enough.
It's not like playing Gardevoir where you're screaming for 9 and then you're stuck at this level that you don't like you scale, but you have no escapes. It's a similar thing, but you just as Cramorant you get to the peak earlier and you can probably bully them before you need to realize that your place in the game is over, and if you don't have a primary carry, the game's done.
Yeah. And even with the ult buffs, it still feels like the answer to Cram ult is just dive him and kill him.
No, yeah, 100%. Like exactly, yeah.
It's
Like
still
you just
not
dive.
zoning like it used to.
Yeah, dude, the old Cram ult. Oh my goodness, you do not want to be within anywhere near it. Pikachu. Any attacker players here? Challenged? Would you like to take this one away?
I mean, I like Pikachu, but it drops off a bit late game. The ult every minute is nice and can help you with team fights just for the early objectives, but it just doesn't do enough late game.
That's 100% true.
And-
It just rings a bell. You have
Similar thing as
primary
well.
skill shot, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it likes the squishy characters, and like a Blastoise will just run to you and
Oh
can't
my,
do
it's
much
just
about
you
it.
die in one rotation.
No
Actually
mobility.
unplayable. Yep. It just rings true for this character. One rotation of like a S tier character spells and you're probably dead. Unless it's a support character. Like the Gengars thrive on you. You're literally Gengar's main source of food. Even Talonflame is eating you alive. I mean with Talonflame it's a bit easier because you can Volt Tackle him. That's why he's B tier, it can't eat. But like you're actually just getting farmed by Gengar, Greninja, Lucario, Blastoise. You're getting farmed. There's no escape. There's no playability for you. Slowbro. What do you guys, the bot laners? What do you think about the Slowbro?
Not a fan, honestly. Don't like playing with it. Don't like playing against it. It's bad if you can stun its water gun early on, bro.
Yeah, if you lose lane, it's a rough hill,
Its ult got better with the body barrier nerf, but and I mean Surf Plus is really good also, but I don't know, bro. You've got Blissey that just nullifies like pretty much everything other than the ult.
Exactly,
and you've
yeah.
got Wiggly that does the same, right? Like, yeah, he only really gets the ulti advantage later on. So
I mean, the ulti really helps this now, but like, Do you really want to give up the tank spot that you could have just ran
Yeah,
Oblivion?
it's a reactive ult on a tank, which is generally like the character you want to be proactive on, right? Like it's not exactly what you want. Yeah.
And if you're looking for sustain in CC, you have the tree already, which does all
Exactly.
of that a bit better. It doesn't have the ult like he does, but
Yeah, that's
it
another
stuffs
thing. You
everything
can't
else so
flex
well.
slow, bro, right? You can play tree bot lane. You can play tree top lane. You can't flex slow, bro. You play slow, bro. It's definitely a defender, and you're praying that he's hitting the water guns. So, yeah, exactly. With Hoop on the meta, that you're not even guaranteed to get it off. It's so easy to block. Can be very risky. Decidui. Any Decidui fans?
Yes.
Anyone like the bird?
He's so
Yeah?
fun, man.
Any American snipers? Yeah, honestly, Decidui feels good, right?
AFK hit them, like stay really far back, shoot arrow, Legolas. Like it's good, I love it. But you get touched and you're dead, so
Exactly,
and the
yeah.
ult's still not great. So
You're like actually food for a lot of the top characters again. Lucario can run at you.
yeah, you just
I mean,
gotta, you just gotta
Blastoise
play
might
a diff.
struggle.
It's the only way to make it decent.
I mean, Talonflame even runs at you and you're dead. You're guaranteed. Greninja can always kill you no matter how good you play. Gengar actually farms you. You're actually screaming when he clicks ZL.
And the
Yeah,
chip
pretty rough.
damage from Spirit Shackle is not it. The Hoopa running hole can negate a lot of it.
Yeah, that's actually a good point, you know? Like, if you're on a coordinated team, it's very hard to actually effectively poke. And you know, once you use the free Spirit Shackles, it's like it takes a while to get them back.
Yeah.
And time is a very valuable resource.
It's really like the execute that you have, right? For the objectives and for people
Yeah, for
too.
objectives.
Yeah.
You don't want to drop it early, like on a.
And then you lose that value, right? Because you wanted this as a poke character,
Yeah.
right? And so now you're just an executor. Like, so really, what role are you serving in the team? So that's why it gives it a B. It's very fun to play though. Very good spot actually right now. But like the checks and balances are too strong. Like the counters to this character are just too oppressive, and they run amok in the game. So that's why it's like it doesn't go any higher. Even though like I think honestly it would, if there was less broken, like the guys who eat Decidui, if they were less broken or less strong, definitely would be higher up. You know, like it was like in the AOS Cup one. No, not the AOS Cup. Like the March Finals meta. Like that was a good meta for Decidui. Like you had Duraldon and all these like heavy back heroes. When Duraldon's good, Decidui is better. So yeah. Wiggly tough. Any fans of the Wiggly?
I like Wiggly, but again, it's just the S tier picks shaping the meta. It
completely
struggles
countered
so
by
hard
Blissey.
against Blissey.
I mean, you know what? It does do really good versus Blastoise, and if they're gonna pick it, and you know that's their strategy, it's always an option.
Yeah. The ult is
That's,
still super valuable.
That's a very interesting thing. I do think Wiggly is a pretty staple mon. It's a good mon to learn, I'd say, if you want to learn how to zone people and then just get chain CC / defend / peel. Good Pokemon. But yeah, just basically, as everyone said, its counters are just too strong. Don, any final thoughts on it?
Yeah, no, you guys are pretty much good.
Hate the pink boy. He hates the pink boy.
No, I like it. Rollout is actually really fun and I think really good. Yeah, again, it's just play it if the man and you win on this character, you know.
100%.
You play rollout, that is, yeah.
How do we like the Zard?
He's really cool and like really like he does really well until you're in Zap pit and everyone expects you to ult. And everyone just
Okay.
becomes, like unstable, like you know, what's it called? Unstoppable.
Unreliable.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
you
it's
can't
just
get ult off.
unreliable.
Bring his
That's
ult back to how
that's
it used to be,
exactly
bro.
it.
Like you start flying, and you don't have to pick on it.
Yeah,
to get the value.
if that's
Like he'd be really good.
if
for
that's a
this
thing,
defense.
yeah, that would be very good. I mean, like maybe, yeah, just maybe take out the slam and make it more of just like he starts flying, but it goes longer. I don't know. Maybe that's a thing that they can consider. Yeah, he really suffers from not being able to use his main damage source and the main reason you pick it in the most important fight of the game. Really suffering. Blissey can give 5 people full heal. Ninja can cleanse it. Lucario can cleanse it. Blastoise can cleanse it. Hoopa can cleanse it. Trevenant can cleanse it as well. Greedent cleanses it. Sylveon can cleanse it. A9 can cleanse it. Venusaur can't cleanse it. I just named one character out of just 10 out of 10 characters that can't cleanse the Charizard, and that's composing an S and A tier. So when everyone's picking these characters, do you think you're gonna get click ultimate button? No, you're not going to. And that's not even adding full heal. So let's talk about the C tier. I think when you consider C tier playable, you might be able to have some fun and win some games. Don't expect any miracles. If you have like a really good player in another team on an S Pokemon, it's gonna be a nightmare to play. Gardevoir, what's our thoughts?
It's another sort of Decidueye. Like, it's fun, but it's also people get near you, you're dead, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's a bit better
And
at
now,
poking than Decky is, but has less damage as well. So
exactly, yeah. I mean, really suffers. Anyone touches it, dies. And then you have a terrible early game. Like, terrible. Like, unplayable. Like, Rowlet's better.
true.
What do you think, Challenged?
Yeah, Gardevoir just suffers from a lot of the stuff that the other squishies are. It just doesn't do enough.
Yeah, it just sucks. This ultimate's full heal,
So
and you
much
can go out of the
CC
ultimate.
immunity for its ult, yeah.
It's just like, yeah, just like the ultimate is basically, if anyone's played Dota, it's like Enigma ultimate, but Enigma ultimate's like 10x better and just actually broken, and Gardevoir's ultimate is actually just terrible. Like if that was like
forecast
Enigma's
itself.
ultimate from Dota, it's actually over. Like Enigma's ultimate, basically it's like a huge area of effect, and then it makes them go around in circles for like 5 seconds. Like and you can't cleanse it, you can't do anything. If you're hit by it, you're just done. And if that was Gardevoir's ultimate, that's broken. But it's not. Gardevoir's ultimate is full healable, the size of like half of a Zap Pit. It's tiny, and you know it does no damage, and you can't capitalize on it. It's actually just useless. So yeah, very sad. See, Zero Aura. Any Zero fans?
Man, I used
I
to
used to
love
be.
this guy. You know,
Yeah, dude,
you
this
know
guy
me.
was like literally a cheetah. He used to be a cheetah. Just zoom around the map, do whatever you want. You can never be punished. Now you have to run Wild Charge. Actually, unreal.
Man, even then, it's not even good, bro. So
Yeah,
sad.
do you want to really play Wild Charge? Do you really want to play Wild
It's
Charge?
just bad
I
Monster
love this
Yi, bro.
charge.
Like,
Exactly. Actually is.
budget.
Yeah, I mean, do we need to say any more? The ultimate sucks. And you get it at level 10. It's so bad. Like the level 8, you're waiting for your best ability at level 8. Like it's terrible. Like your dash, 0 damage. It's nice, but 0 damage, and you get a level 6. This character suffers. You get put behind. I don't know. You don't want to play the game. You have any thoughts, Challenged?
Yeah, I mean, everyone's saying this. It just needs to be put down from 10 to 9 in terms of getting its ults.
Yep.
And instead of
Maybe it could be
like
playable.
Wild Charge Plus at 14, just get it at 13. It just
You know, and
needs
then you
to get
probably
online
put
quicker.
you probably swap the Wild Charge to level 5.
Just make it a level
Like the
8
wild
character
charges-
like Sylveon, bro. On God.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that sounds
That'd be so
Okay,
fun.
done.
It'd actually be usable.
okay. Done.
Dude,
That will actually be back to Zero
Aura
meta.
used to just ruin the OSQs, bro. So, you know.
Do you remember when you lost Zapdos to my
Yeah, do
Decidueye?
you remember how I got like 20 kills and you got 2? Like, I don't know.
You remember who won the game?
Yeah, you know what? I won the match.
You
You
scream.
know who was playing with Mystic Leaf? Not you.
Okay. Oh, we love some banter. Anyway, yes, Zera definitely could be very good, but sadly punished, very punished. Mamoswine. Any fans of the poo?
Funny ice grab guy.
Yeah, I think it's a total cheese Pokemon. What do you think, Challenged?
Yeah, the stuns, well, the freezing is nice, but it doesn't do much.
Doesn't do anything. Yeah, I mean, I don't
You
know,
see a
dude. Like
Mamo,
against,
you're rarely scared.
yeah, there's so many cleanses in the game that you can never get hit by. It's like only signature abilities. It doesn't do any damage, like physically, unless you run like X attack triple damage items and then pray for some crit. I don't know, man. Like
Just run tree.
you're just a useless Blissey. You're just a pile of health. Yeah, exactly. Just run tree. That, you know what? That should just be a slogan. Just run tree. Like there's a lot of characters, like Slowbro, Mamo, and Wiggly that just fall under the just run tree line. So does Snorlax. Like poor life for them. Dragonite. Do we like some Dragonite?
Man, again, I used to love this guy back when he was OP. Like, even Outrage
Remember
when
we
he
used
first
to
came out was so fun. Oh, bro.
We used to spam the Dragonite games.
Froth it, bro.
Yeah, the secure is not as good anymore. Nerfed. And then it's like timeable. You can just CC him. There's so much CC in the
They
game.
nerfed the damage it does to players as well, so I don't know. It's
Yeah.
like they just kind of neutered him. Like,
You
for
need
real.
you need a really good game on Dragonite. Like you need to be just popping off and like just so far ahead, and then praying for crits as well. If you don't get crits on Dragonite, it's actually unplayable. So yeah, Dragonite's really scuffed. You can't score comp anymore of it because they got rid of score comp. So
I bought the D9
what's its
skin. I played a
usage?
game today. You know, like it's. Of course I won, but yeah, it's not Dragonite's
Okay,
fault. It's
okay.
my fault. So, you know, nah. Outrage still goes hard. It's worse than every other melee all around. You know.
Like look,
It's
yeah,
not-
there was a time I really thought Outrage was playable. It's just not really. Like you can't against like you don't do enough damage to actually just get them to be scared of you. Even when you stun them and hit them forever with the E speed, it's just not good enough. And then Dragon Dance, Hyper Beam, it's just secure, but like just run Greninja. And if you're really that worried, run the EU tech, you know?
If you like
X attack
pressing
Lucario,
buttons,
Blastoise, yeah.
Yeah, if you like.
Oh no, yeah,
It's
yeah.
Cool.
That's a good. That's yeah. That's actually a good point. Like it's a fun character to play, but it's just about baseline. Didon, what do you think about Didon? The fridge.
Fridge
Any
is,
fridge fans?
it's fun.
You
But
like it? Oh
It's not
my
fun
god.
anymore. It's fun when you can just solo kill everybody.
if you
I remember
do get
playing this on
CC'd out of
release.
ult, you can go crazy. But
Oh yeah, like dude, your ult like I even the best fridges I see them get cancelled like 10 times a game.
yeah,
It's actually just so sad. I don't know. Like the fridge is just no mobility. You're a walking target. You're a cannon, right? You're a glass cannon. But that just means that like all the people who can kill you, who are above in the higher tiers, they're looking for you. They're gonna one hit you. You have level lead, they're gonna one hit you, and then you just don't get to play.
yeah.
Your ultimate gets cancelled by them too. Like it's just a nightmare. Azumarill, what do you think, boys? Do we like some Azumarill? I think it's great, but
You get to ult a lot.
it's very very high skill cap. Like you need to be very clever how you play this Pokemon because if you don't play it clever, you're literally gonna just die for free over and over and over
Yeah, I
again.
can't win a game on the thing. I hate it.
Yeah, I run X attack. I like sneak around from the back, and if you get on the carry, dude, it's so good. But then at other times, it's like into some bad matchups, into like something like a Garchomp actually. Like you boost characters who shouldn't be higher than you into like higher tiers because it's just so playable for them. Something like Trevenant just never gets killed by you, and it's really frustrating.
And also, its ult being able to be dodged by any sort of dash is a little
They
silly.
did buff it. I mean, like that's fine though, right? Because you get that back so fast.
Yeah,
but,
but
like,
it's just
yeah, you
annoying.
can
Like half
just
the time,
flash
if
it.
you use it, if they're good, they can just dodge it.
A good player can just flash any ult. It's actually really crazy because like I guess like the better Azumarills will look for multi-targeted ults
Yeah.
where like so like someone will get hit, but like, you can still probably flash that, and yeah, you're thinking,
Wait,
hey,
you can
wait, why
dodge
am I picking
Azumarill's
this character?
ult?
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
See, pro player learns you can dodge
Dude, you just never
ultimate
play
ability.
against her. Didn't have to learn.
You don't see it anymore.
I think that's a large reason why we were able to run it to such success. Like the players didn't know how to counter it correctly. Like they don't understand any of the mechanics when the characters like to it. So when it is like being played like to a decent level in front of you, it's very like it can look very threatening. Like it can do damage, and if you don't know how to deal with it or you don't know how it works, you're just actually gonna get blown up. Like this is I think it will go up in time because people know how to play it over time. But right now, it's like really low because it was recently released. It's a bit confusing for newer players, and it's like it's got a lot of bunch of intricate mechanics that are really like, starting to be unlocked over time. But yeah, this is skill capped plus not the perfect meta for it. Garchomp.
That's why. He's fun, but
It's very fun, yeah. Critical lore, but like, can you
doesn't
really
do
stay
much.
Gibble?
He just gets hit.
Dude, it's like you can ult and like have the most impactful ultimates, and it's like it doesn't actually do anything because like it doesn't like your character actually doesn't have like a strong hold of the game. Like if maybe every single ultimate like splash like knocked people up, it would be more effective. But yeah, it doesn't have that, so it really suffers. from this lack of CC, and then you can actually kite it very well. The key staples in the game just outdamage it / outthreaten it, and it takes super long to ramp up. Like maybe you can get away with it in jungle, and it can go up some tiers. It's also locked behind a very high skill cap. You need to be a Garchomp connoisseur to even be thinking about some of these things. Most Garchomps I see just hold the A button and pray to God they don't get, one shot. So, yeah. Any final thoughts on the Garchomp?
Once it gets its ability at 5, it can do some fun stuff, just dragging people around, which can be scary if you're not expecting it, I suppose.
Yeah.
Same with the Zuma.
You also
the kind
secure
of
it as bees.
novelty.
Yeah, definitely. If you're not seeing a connoisseur of it, it's gonna scare you. But hey, look, I used to be a Garchomp connoisseur when it was like the worst character ever. Hey, it was playable. It's a bit less now, I'd say. Absol. Any Absol fans? I think the character's a complete cheese meme.
You can crush some
Like-
beginners with it.
It's pretty good against
yeah, I
people
mean-
that don't understand how pursuit works.
No, yeah. If they like don't play around you, like if you just let Absol have its game and get ahead early, like get really ahead, it can be like a nightmare to deal with. Like really, like honestly, it would be S tier if the crits weren't RNG and it didn't just drop off. Like this character, the moment it hits like level 11, you're just useless. Like you realize your health stat is like Greninja's, but you have no healing. And then comes the question, what do I do in the team fights? Split
Doesn't-
push.
There's a
Like,
decent shot at the first dread, at least. You can secure that
Mm.
sometimes and snowball from there.
Oh no, definitely. You can snowball, but then you hit that 11, and everyone else catches up, and you're just stuck. You're really just stuck. You're praying for crits. I don't think that's a good way to play, but I mean, yeah, it's okay, I guess. That's why C tier. Final thoughts?
That's about it.
RNG champion?
Bro.
Mm. Any flail lax enjoyers?
It's the worst thing in the game. Kill it.
Any flail lax enjoy? Unreal, boys. Oh, wait, Lush just joined. Any Lush facts? any Lush fans? Any Lush bags? Okay.
Literal 0.
Extra cameo, boys. Lush, what's your thoughts on the flail lax?
My thoughts on the flail lax. It's
just
fun
generally
if
lax.
if you don't like your teammates.
Okay, he's toxic. He's mean. Dude, I swear, I've seen flail laxes invade and stuff. I think the character's playable. I like the barest amount. But
It's playable.
yeah, I don't know.
Definitely playable.
I mean, like, are you gonna play Lax into Blissey?
X speed.
Is your
block.
ultimate gonna do anything? Yeah, X
Do
speed
something.
block's good. That's actually a good tech, right? But
Actually,
like,
counters Arzu pretty hard. Block.
yeah, it does. It walls him off completely. If he can't hit anything, he's useless. But then again, like, your ultimate's so bad. This character's ultimate is actually just terrible.
You go to sleep for the team fight. Very cool.
Like, hello? Like, it's actually just, you just rather not use it when you need to. Like the only time it's good to use it if their whole team is hitting you and they're like dedicated to kill you. Otherwise, like, why even bother? Like, don't even use it. Don't use it. Don't do it. Don't do that to yourself. Okay, let's chuck into the final two, the D tiers. Any Mr. Mime fans? Or did we all lose
Hey,
those when
perfect
they
time
like
for
nerfed
Lush
it?
to show up, bro.
Yeah.
But like they nerfed it too much.
Any
They nerfed it too much, man. It doesn't blow up carries anymore. It can stun people, but like
like, I mean, yeah, when your one novelty is to one hit someone,
Yeah.
you can't do it anymore, and then they turn around and smack
you.
you.
Can stun them, but like there's easier ways to stun people in the game.
Slightly.
And there's a million cleanses too. Like,
Yeah, true.
I mean, once again, this is a character that just makes Wiggly better. It just makes Blissey better, because your ultimate's like literally completely negated by abilities they have. And then you're just wondering, why did I pick this? You picked walls, a little bit of damage, and a melee mode. Like, oh my god, it's a disaster. Like, Blissey just beats this in a 1v1 for just auto attacks. Like, what? Unplayable. I mean, I don't know. Like, it's as I said, a connoisseur might be able to enjoy it, but a regular player will really struggle if they're picking those S tier picks into you. The D tier, final D tier, Crustle. We had Lush on Crustle duty for a little bit. That was another secret tech we had with the Rock Tomb.
It's fun.
What do you think, Lush? It's fun, but
I think
is it
it's really
playable?
fun and it has potential. it's just one of those things. It takes way too much to make it work when you can achieve like the same kind of thing simpler with other picks. Like I just think it's
I mean, yeah, 100%
it
right.
will
Like if you were to just
appear in
yeah.
a draft mode one day. That's how I see it.
if you were to like take it into a solo queue, it's like unserviceable. But maybe if you formed the right team around it and had like specific strategy, like you could see this, right? Like, but in just a random game, it's like just don't pick this. Do not pick Crustle. It is bad. Please do not pick Crustle, guys. Okay, and there you have it. Thank you, Lush, for the extra cameo, and our boys Don and Challenged. You'll find all their social links down below. And yeah, we just talked about Pokemon Unite for 40 minutes.
At least
Insane,
work I've
right?
done for a promo. I'll take it.
Okie dokie, let's go, boys. Have a wonderful next day, and I hope you enjoyed a little podcast of literally all of Ground Zero. Yom is here in spirit. We love Yom. Okay, bye bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.